All right, so the flavor of the day today is going to be caramel vanilla cream. I'm looking forward to trying that. I don't know that I've had caramel vanilla cream before. I've had caramel and I've had other creamers in my coffee, but I don't know that I've had the combination. So we're going to give that a try, but a little bit later. So I'm going to enjoy this when I'm editing this video and getting ready to post it to YouTube for all of you. Now, before I get into the workout for today, I thought it'd be fun to take a look at the brand new 2024 Boston Marathon jacket. And, we'll take a look at last year's jacket and then, kind of compare it with this year's jacket in terms of the color scheme anyway, because that was kind of a big deal last year. If you ran the 2023 Boston Marathon and, you picked up yourself a jacket, which I think most people do. There was, it was kind of hit and miss. Some people enjoyed the new colors because they were somewhat muted colors, and others felt like it was too far away from, what the traditional Boston Marathon jacket has looked like in the past. And so, I'll be curious as to what you guys think of this year's version. A little bit darker, not quite as muted, but still they kind of went with that same kind of color scheme. So let's take a look at those jackets. And then we'll come back together here in just a minute, and I'll talk about today's workout. All right, so this is the Boston Marathon jacket for 2024, and you can see that it's quite a bit darker than last year's version. Now, personally, I like this because I think that the muted colors, it just didn't stand out. The emblem and logo of the Boston Marathon I don't think it stood out quite as much as it does on this jacket. So I really like it. I really do like the color of this. The other feature that I liked, and it's the only real change that I could see that they made from the 2023, other than the color, to the jacket itself, is on the 2023 version, they don't have a pocket on the right-hand side. And that has always bugged me. If I want to put my hands in my pocket, you only got one side, so you feel a little kind of lopsided if you have something you want to put it up there. Whether you're running errand to the grocery store or something along those lines, you want to just have a place to put your keys or your wallet, your cell phone, something like that. You only have one side in the 2023 version. So this year, I really appreciate having that second pocket on the right-hand side. Other than that, I love the color. I also like the texture, I guess, or the look of it, just in general. Now, if you look closely at the 2023 version, now it might not come through on the camera all that well, but the material almost looks spotted, like it's been rained on or something, and it's been discolored. I've never really liked that part of it. The color's okay. It's just not. It just isn't my favorite. I think this is kind of a kickback to their original, what you think of when you think of the Boston Marathon, jacket. So, anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video, and I'm going to kick it back to myself, and we'll continue on with today's workout. All right, so what did you guys think? Do you like the new colors for this year? Do you prefer last year's colors or maybe the darker colors that they've had in years past? Maybe you could share your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, let's take a look at today's format for our workout. And again, this is week number 8 already. And we're going to do some intervals. So it's the first interval session for this week. And I got it called up on my tablet, so let me just take a quick look and see what they have in store for us. So we're to warm up for 10 minutes. And then go hard at a threshold pace for 10 minutes. You have 90 seconds to recover, and then we're going to repeat that 3 times with 10 minutes to cool down. So all in all, you're looking at 55 minutes to an hour, somewhere in that ballpark. And that would be 30 minutes at threshold pace altogether for the 3 different intervals that we're going to be doing. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it. Today is Valentine's Day. I did promise Kim that, what she chose to do or what she wanted to do today rather than going out to eat or something along those lines, is she loves to go antiquing. So I did promise her that I would get all of my stuff done fairly early today so that we could go antiquing together. Okay, I'm going to get into this one, and we'll talk more during the workout. All right, so I just started the 10-minute warm-up. This interval session is going to be tough today. Some days I wake up and I'm full of energy, and other days not so much. This is one of those not so much days, but first one is done. 2 more to go. Oh my gosh. Definitely feel like it was a threshold effort, especially the last 2 minutes of that 10 minutes. Oh, my legs were already tired. I started my legs over in the low 80s to mid 80s, so 80 RPM to 85 IPM, somewhere in that ballpark. All right, I got to get a quick drink and let you go because I've only got about 30 seconds left in the 90 seconds to recover before I do this again. All right. Oh, I am glad to have that one done today. It was a tough workout for sure, but I made the most of it. I was trying to just focus on keeping my legs ticking over at a consistent pace and not fluctuate all over. I didn't always accomplish that. Sometimes I look down and my RPMs or cadence was around 79 per minute, and then other times I look down and it would be 87. But I did my best to try to keep it pretty smooth and steady. Okay, so I am just going to finish up this 10 minutes in the cool down phase, and then we'll take a closer look at the numbers. And I'm always interested in that chart of my heart rate to see it kind of slowly rise up and then kind of peak out, and then of course it'll drop during 90 seconds and then rise, drop, and rise. That is the definition basically of HIIT training, which we all know is really good for our heart and our cardio. Couldn't think of a better workout to do on Valentine's Day, giving my heart a workout in a good way. All right, we'll talk more in a minute. All right, so the first interval session for week number 8 is done. Now the goal was to go at threshold pace. So ideally, when I go back and look at the training effect, it's going to say threshold. I haven't looked yet, but if it doesn't and it just says base, that's okay too, but I was shooting for a threshold. So let's hope that I got there. I sure feel like I did. I definitely felt like I was working at a threshold pace throughout that 30 minutes of intervals that we just did. So all in all, I went just a little over 55 minutes. If I were to follow it exactly as described, it would have ended at like 54 and a half minutes, something like that. So I just went a little bit extra. I like round numbers, like 55 as opposed to 54 and a half, something like that. Okay, so the total distance was 30.37 kilometers. Again, one of these days I'm going to go through and convert all that to miles and add it all up to see how many miles we put in on this Merrick indoor trainer to prepare. I think I'm interested. I want to know. I kind of want to know myself. So I think I'll be doing that here pretty soon. Average power was 271.4. The average RPMs or frequency cadence was 87, and the resistance was 7, average 7. But for those intervals, I was definitely at, I dialed it up to 8 in terms of resistance. Time to make that Green Mountain caramel vanilla cream coffee that we took a look at earlier today. Looking forward to enjoying this cup of coffee while I edit this video for all of you. I'm still kind of rocking this jacket. I haven't even taken the tags off of it yet. I'm not going to wear this anywhere. I kind of feel like it's bad luck to wear it before that marathon weekend at least. Now, I haven't really decided. I know I might wear this that Boston weekend. Last year, I waited until after the marathon before I wore the jacket, but there were a ton of runners that were wearing these ahead of time. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We're proud to be there. We're excited, and why not show off the colors of the year? In this case, the jacket. Oh, and here's a tip for you. So I would suggest if you're planning to buy one of these jackets, and I'm guessing that if you're running the Boston Marathon, you're going to want to pick up one of these jackets. To do it online ahead of time. If you wait, sure, they're going to be available at the expo and other stores around there, but you're going to be waiting in huge lines. But if you do decide to wait and you don't pick yours up early, here's what I would suggest. Of course, pick up your race packet as early as you can. If you get there on Friday, pick it up then, or Saturday, early Saturday, what have you. But then go back on Sunday, maybe the last 2-3 hours that the expo is open, and that place is empty. Yeah, it's empty. That's what I did last year. I went early, got my packet, and then I went back later with the rest of the family and so on. And it was just so much fun because you could walk right up. You didn't have big, long lines to wait in. If you wanted to take pictures, you had picture opportunities at all of the different things that they have available for you to take your picture at, and you didn't have to wait in big, long lines. And last year, I got interviewed by a reporter from the New York Times. Well, that didn't go anywhere. At least I didn't see it posted anywhere. But it's just because there were so few of the runners that were left available there for them to talk to that it was pretty easy for them to pick me out of the crowd. So it was just a lot of fun to do. And so that's my suggestion. If you're going to wait and pick one up there, maybe go back later toward the end of the date that the expo is open and pick one up then. And if not, they're always available online for a while after the marathon, and you might even be able to find them on sale at that point. Now, I wouldn't count on that. If you really have your heart set on getting a jacket or any piece of clothing, definitely pick it up. Even though you're going to be paying full price, you might be able to get it later, but you want to make sure that your size is available because sometimes they just run out. They just run out. Anyway, there it is. My tip for the day. I'm going to go make my coffee. Oh my gosh, that smells so good. If you like caramel anyway, let's give it a taste. Oh, that is really, really good. If you like caramel or you like to put caramel creamer in your coffee, you can save yourself an extra step and just pick up this version of it from Green Mountain. All right, you guys. Time to edit this video. All right, you guys. That's it for today's video. Thanks for making it to the end. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it for you. As always, run tall, run strong, be kind to one another. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.